When last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad, having returned to Goethia per the request of Wilfred's childhood friend Morgana, have begun the process of overthrowing Atar and his mind flayer usurpers, who in turn had overthrown Lady Andragora and her husband King Morcott. You learned that Atar and his mind flayers served a greater master, Alaxon, whose symbol you learned was a skull with snakes for hair. You embarked on a mission to free the Arcanist Strothgan, who you believe can make amulets that would make you impervious to the powers of the mind flayers. And along the way, you picked up a companion in the form of the deep gnome, Ugarth Shadowfoot. After a series of misadventures, while breaking into Darkhold Keep, which involved Carrie cupping the Durgar capture, Wilfred and Ugarth, and Ingvar, Morgana, Aurelian, and Gerthing, massacring all the normal townsfolk the mind flayers had enthralled. You freed Strothgan and returning with him when you learned that he had not actually been responsible for making the amulets, but had rather procured them from a Githyanki named Razakai. You returned to Darkhold Keep, saved Razakai, and slew two of the main mind flayers, Abarin and Estopheles. You went to the Twilight Steeple and there did research on Alaxum. You arranged for an audience with Queen Andragora the next day, and you went and bought potions at Tony's Tonics and Tinctures. Uford managed to free Horgoth and Mind Flayer's thrall, and Ingvar communed with his patron Benthus. The next day, you met with Queen Andragora and learned that Alaxon was a death tyrant, and you made battle plans with Andragora and returned to Strothgan's house. There you were confronted by a clarion-like voice that called out your name, Fellowship of the Chili Sad. And that is where we begin tonight's session.
I didn't realize buying from Tony's was illegal.
What?
I didn't realize buying from Tony's was illegal.
Guys, so what are you guys doing as we begin tonight's session? As you guys hear this voice?
I'll take a look out the window.
Okay, so you take a look out the window. Make just a quick perception check for me.
Where were we again?
You're at Strothgan's house.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
10. All right, so you look out. You don't really see anything outside. You don't see any. There's not like a big mass of people out there. You don't see any mind flayers.
Do we hear this voice in our head, or is this like a verbal voice?
It's a verbal voice.
Okay. Must have been the wind.
I haven't seen that out there.
Is it like a whisper on the wind, or is it like a loud booming?
No, it's a loud booming sort of clarion-like voice.
Can I see if I can kind of pinpoint which location and with where that might be originating from?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check.
19.
19. All right, it appears to be coming from the front gate.
Sounds like somebody's out there at the front gate. Is there any way we can? I'm gonna send my demon Chad invisibly to fly over to the front gate. And so with Major Chad and Demon Chad, when I switched over, I also inherited the evocation where I can see and hear through him infinitely if I'm on the same, if I'm on the same plane.
Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna fly him over to the front gate invisibly and kind of see who's at the front door.
All right, so you fly Demon Chad over the gate and up to the front gate. You see one sort of lone elf there. It is sort of it's a dark elf. It's a drow. He carries sort of a long spear across his back, and sort of like a basic strap that's sort of like it's like sort of wrapped around sort of his shoulder and hangs down, and the spear is sort of strapped to his back. He carries sort of a belt with sort of knives and throwing darts and stuff on his belt.
And then I'm going to speak through my familiar's mouth with my voice. Who are you? What do you want?
He looks around.
Invisible.
I don't know who you are or where you are, but I need to see the Fellowship of the Chili Sad immediately.
DM question. Did he say that we were under arrest last
Did he say
At the
that?
end of the last session, did he say we were under arrest?
I don't remember that, but also our Zoom recording did not. I'm having trouble recovering our Zoom recording.
I thought I heard that we were under arrest. I thought that's what was said at the last session.
I
remember that, but
yeah, I don't think I said that, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember.
Okay, I don't know what I heard then.
And so if he says, I need to see the chili sad, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say back, what business do you have with them?
Again, I do not know who you are or where you are. So if you have some sort of audience or connection with them, tell them to let me in.
And so I'm gonna, at this point, just leave Demon Chat out there, come back to my eyes, and relay all this information to everybody. It sounds like, hey guys, there's a lone elf. He looks by himself. He's asking to see us. He's a dark elf. It looks like he's got some weapons on his back, but he is by himself as far as I can tell. He just keeps repeating that he needs to see the Fellowship of the Chili Sad.
if I look out the window, can I see him?
Make a perception check.
They're Caption. Increased my wisdom, but I think I still just have a plus. Double check. Yeah, 17.
17. All right. So as you look out, you can see sort of an elf sort of standing at the gate. You sort of kicks the ground.
Does he look familiar at all? I know there were like one or two elves
Okay.
in the cells.
Just make a. Yeah, I mean he looks familiar. Make a you make a history check actually. Just to
9.
all right. You do remember seeing this elf in one of the cells that you passed.
Cool.
Well, if it's just
He
one
was
of
in the dungeon down there.
What?
I think he was in the dungeon.
Yeah. Do you want me to let him in?
if it's just him, maybe I feel not good.
I reckon, yeah. You didn't see anyone else out there, I imagine. To be safe.
I'll have the Demon Chat open the gate and let him in.
All right. The gate creaks open. He walks through the gate.
Can I
Yep.
get a feeling off this guy?
How are you? How are you looking? Are you just looking at him as he approaches through like the window or something?
Yeah.
So you want to get? Or you do an insight check?
I just want to get like a beat on him and see if he's
Okay. Make an insight check.
That's a 28. I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. All right. So even though you roll a natural 20, you are not talking to him face to face, but he seems to walk purposefully. He seems to move without hesitation. He seems to have a certain pep in his step that you didn't see with some of the mind players thralls. You think it's unlikely he's a thrall. Beyond that, it's a little unclear. He does seem to have some sort of martial training. He has a sort of a straight back and a steady gait as he sort of walks forward. But
Does he seem to be alone?
as best you can tell, yeah.
Cool. He looks alone from what I doesn't look to be looking at anyone else.
I mean, as I'm hoping as he approaches, I guess we're kind of congregating around the front door or at least in the area, and wait for him to open
Okay.
or at least knock on the front door.
All right, so he walks up to the front door.
And I'll be down there, but I guess at the door, so I can be immediately present when he arrives.
All right. So he arrives at the door. Are you guys opening the door for him?
Yeah.
Okay. All
At the
right.
moment, yes.
So as he arrives, you open the door, Carrick?
Heidi, please stop that. Yes.
All right. So as he opens the door, he looks at you. There's a flash of recognition across his face. He says, Fellowship of the Chili Sad. We need to talk.
Yeah, I think I saw you down in the dungeon. Who are you?
I am Palantir of the. I don't know if you've heard of the land of Jorhas, but I am one of their Echo Knights.
What was the name again?
Palantir.
Isn't that something from Lord of the Rings?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
You say it Palantir or Palantir?
Palantir.
Okay.
So it is. I changed the A to an E, but yeah,
All right, the first A.
yeah.
The Pelantir?
Sure, close enough.
Okay.
Can you pronounce it again?
Can you say the sentence?
Palantir. What is its origin?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Saruman held the Palantir and spoke to Sauron.
What brings you to us at this time? Forgive me for being straightforward.
I was on a mission here with my companions, and I was stranded when unfortunately the government collapsed and Atar took over. I'm here to.
Time to be visiting.
Yes, well, unfortunately, the Bright Queen has been sending her delegations far and wide, and have you not heard?
About
Heard
over
what?
here.
There's a war between the legions of Jorhas and the Vendalian Empire.
Yeah.
So why are you over here? Are we in? We're not in either of the empires, right?
What?
Like
Yeah.
we're not in any of those empires, right?
No, no.
There's your house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're up there.
What brings you so far to the Golgothir?
We are in search of allies and of partners, as well as we are spreading the light of the Luxon to all the peoples, both far and wide.
At the moment, it seems like you're going to be thin on allies here.
Right,
with the
and
current.
I am looking for a help in escaping the city, and returning back to, the overworld, the over.
Well,
What makes you think that we are willing to help?
You've already proven yourself worthy combatants and willing to help those who are in need. Why were you? And also, I would hope that you would help.
I'm sorry, what was he saying he needed help with?
Returning to
Yeah.
your house.
Well, we are already helping the lady and her here.
Yeah, we still have business here that we're not quite ready to pick up dirt and move on, but
Yeah, I think finishing up our business here will kind of, by its nature, help you get back to Zorhas.
Okay, well, is there any way I can assist in expedite the process?
Do you know anything about mind flayers? About some guy named Alaxon? What else do they call him? The Death
yeah,
Tyrant.
I am afraid I'm ignorant of such subjects. But
No, we walked in. Well, we snuck in the first time, but yeah. We could.
Well, what is it you do?
I'm a soldier. There are gifts that the Luxon gives us that enable us to have different ways of fighting and different sort of we have advantages over our compatriots in other empires, thanks to much of the abilities that the magic of Dunamancy gives us. I am called an Echo Knight.
Are these advantages? Is that anything that you can share with us to help us beat this enemy?
What do you mean by share? I am willing
I don't
to.
know what kind of advantages you're talking about, but if there's something that, if it's, I don't know, there's just magic-y things that let you do stuff. If you've got a magic-y thing that can help us.
I don't believe that there's much that I can help with assist
fair.
you, but and he sort of like he will all of a sudden sort of this his shadow sort of shoots off and sort of builds into this shape, this sort of this dark sort of gray sort of translucent sort of shimmering image, sort of like a shadow of him sort of emerges about 15 feet away from him and sort of stands there sort of hovering and looming in the shadows.
Well, that's different.
Also, do I notice any similarity between my armor and his armor?
Yes, you do. He is wearing basically the exact same armor you're wearing, only maybe just a little bit, his has some more sort of small sort of decals and sort of memorabilia and sort of he's got sort of like a sort of a he has the helmet, but he has sort of a sort of white like crest on on the top of it, and he sort of has different spikes in different places, but overall very similar. You can't do this? He looks at you, Carrick.
Me? No. I I hit things.
How did you come by the
I can throw some fire because I found this magical metal thing, but no, I'm just strong and I hit things.
how did you come by the armor of the Kryn?
I guess if that's what it is, we it was long. This is like months back. It feels like we were up in
Aor,
up in the north. Yeah, up around Aor. kind of just in the icy wilderness up there on a mission for someone else, doing something else entirely. And on our way back, found a cave, which later turned out to be home to a vampire. So, not necessarily somewhere we wanted to be, but before we realized that, we saw there were, man, I cannot do the voice today. Before we found that, we saw there were some bodies that looked like they'd been there a while. They were dead. No wound, no battle wounds, but I think they had punctures, and that's how we kind of figured out the whole vampire connection. But they looked like you, the pointy and the dark armor.
Looked like they were doing some recon.
Interesting tale. You may have found others like me. But here, you can get in touch with me using this, and he hands you sort of a stone, or sort of prismatic stone, of sort of undulating color, sort of purples and greens and blues. And hands it to you, Carrick.
You let us send us prowess in fighting this Relaxin that we have heard of, that we are trying to weed out of this underground lair, and possibly seeing Lady Andragora back on the throne. I'm sure we will be greatly rewarded, and if you are helping, you included, and then we would more than likely be able to get you to Dorhas at that point safely.
Yes, well, I am more than willing to join forces against Atar and his mind flayers, as they have killed or enslaved all of my companions.
Yes, well, this Alaxin is no mind flayer himself. This is why we need all the help.
Something I haven't seen before, and I pull out was it the medallion that had that symbol? Whatever had the symbol with the head and the snake eyes.
So there was a sort of something that Carrick stole from the gnome that he threw away.
Maybe I don't have it. Okay.
For your companions, do you know, we freed a lot of people out of the jail recently. I don't think they would have been wearing armor like yours, but I guess we don't remember seeing any drow.
So those of you who went through the jails, I think that would be Wilfred, Carrick, maybe Angvor, maybe Ugarth, but particular Wilfred. You do remember there being one drow. But there was only one.
Was it this one or was it a different one?
Yeah, it was Palantir.
Okay. Well then, yeah, then I have no idea where your friends are.
You know if any of them are still alive?
I don't.
Well, we have a plan already in place to face Atar and his group tomorrow. Lady Andragora is sending some folks to come in the front and create kind of a distraction, and she's let us in on a secret entrance toward the back. And we're gonna use to sneak in and hit them from both sides, take them by surprise. I imagine it might not be the best idea to bring you in the back with us, given that she doesn't know you. It took some convincing to get her to fill us in on the back entrance. And we've already proven ourselves to her and wouldn't want to risk any, I don't know, political iffiness with you being a representative of a different nation. So maybe you can meet up with the guys going in the front and help them out.
Maybe.
Plus, at this point, we can't really let you go in case you get captured, and now our plan is divulged.
There is that.
Not saying you would betray, but you know what the mind flayers are capable of.
They couldn't break me before. What makes you think they could break me now?
They're angrier.
That's true. It does seem like they like to lock up the people they couldn't control. Huh. Well,
Well, we were just here
You
hashing
in?
out the rest of our plan, waiting for the morning.
I mean, it depends on what you wish for me to do. Where would I rendezvous with Lady Andragora?
not with her, but with some people that she's sending. I suppose come morning we could, I don't know, Will can talk to people from far away, and Morgana can do that too. Maybe, I don't know if sometimes y'all can't, but maybe you will be able to tomorrow and plan for that and get in contact with Strothgan, see where they're going to be and see where he could meet up with you.
That seems reasonable.
If that's how the magic-y stuff works, I don't know. I assume, but I don't really know anything about how magic works, except that sometimes fire comes out in my hands and it scares me.
Well then,
Yeah, once we get through this, we can see you on your way.
understood.
What time is it?
It's
Mid-afternoon?
yeah, it's getting sort of late. It's getting sort of dinner time to evening.
Well, I reckon turn in now. Get an early start. Make sure we got plenty of time tomorrow.
Right.
We do need to get in position.
Yeah, early morning.
Everybody prepare their resources.
Got me a
Wilfred.
superior healing potion.
Wilfred, do you want me to message them tomorrow, or are you going to message?
I can message. I can let them know when.
All right, so as you guys head in for the rest of the night, anything else you guys would like to do before you call it a night?
I guess read some more.
You gonna read some more?
They're trying to get in as many hours as they can.
All right.
I'll take
See.
a watch,
Okay.
and I will just to be careful. I'll just keep note of wherever Palantir is bedding down
Okay.
and keep an eye on that area as well as outside.
Okay. All right. To make a perception check for me.
Big 11.
Big 11?
10, 10.
10. Okay. So he seems to sort of keep sort of on the lower floors. Doesn't really seem to
I'm
be.
pretty sure I know which room he went to.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't really seem to be doing anything highly suspicious. He's sort of just hanging out on the bottom
Cool.
floors. It seems like he doesn't exactly know what to do with himself, so he's sort of just sitting there, sort of waiting.
You woke up early at this lumber party.
The first one up. Um, I guess I'll just be reading.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna get. I'll say you can get like another 3 hours in.
Cool.
All right.
And then I prepare sending in the morning.
Okay. Understood. All right. So Fellowship of the Chili Sad, as you wake up the next day, what are you guys doing?
Just the hustle and bustle, getting equipment ready, just
Okay.
eating some breakfast, getting as
Yeah.
much as you can, but kind of go last minute going over the plans,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Trying to get
getting, because we know where the entrance is to this. Where,
relatively, yeah.
well, I mean, Lady Antracora told us,
Yeah, you know basically where it is. Yeah.
and so how far away would that be from Strophian? Like, how long do you?
Probably about let's say just over an hour.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, I would say early morning we're getting up and just saying, hey, I mean, we
Okay.
want to get there kind of early. I mean, get everybody packed and ready, get mom in the minivan,
All right. All right.
Fast.
So you get really in the minivan. Okay.
Oh, all right, Aurelia, I know you have to get up. Your alarm's gone off 4 times now, though, but like, gotta get up.
Does anybody else need to use the potty before we leave?
All right.
We're not stopping before we get there.
Make sure you have your breakfast. We can't eat while we're on the road because once we start fighting, you might throw up. So
Does
we don't
everybody
wanna
have your
get too
ambush
heavy.
buddy?
Your ambush buddy.
Eat half an hour before we get there.
An hour to get there.
Yeah.
All right.
Getting that all ready, and then
So you guys get all ready, get all sort of
Make sure I have my spells.
All right. And then you are
Let's do it.
ascending before you go.
A little bit of paint and mark my face.
All right.
Make it harder to
We're not
More
supposed to
paint.
stand out.
So you put some like slashes over your eyes.
yeah. The hood, my cape hood will shadow it when I'm walking.
Morgana
As we're-
follows your example. Sort of puts on some face paint.
As we're all getting ready, I'll just say to everyone when we're all gathered. I don't know if y'all noticed, but it seemed like there was less people as we were coming back into town than there had been earlier, and less of the mind controlled people in particular. It's a lot more normal people who were out and about, and less people that were, under the mind flayers.
well, we did.
I don't know if that means, I don't know. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of them are just free, but it seemed like maybe there was just less people overall. So could be that everyone who was still, under the mind flayers was summoned back to protect them. So when we get to the palace, we might end up finding a bunch of like a bunch of citizens, normal folk, all being controlled. Don't know if that's going to affect our strategy at all, and especially we're going to be coming in the back, so I guess it'd be up to the front team to deal with them.
It's not a new scenario.
I understand. I will say, if somebody is being aggressive and attacking the party, that person will be taken care of.
Oh, I'm just saying we there might be more people there than we're planning on. That's all I was really trying to get at.
Yeah. That or when the mind flayers died, everyone they were controlling got free.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it is that, but it seemed like there was less people overall too, so it probably might be a mix of both. I don't know.
But
Just
they also
something to
know
keep in
that
mind.
we've attacked them recently and might be on more guard.
To attack back.
We are. Let's go.
All right. So you guys begin to make your way down into the literally you are making your way downtown.
Do we message Strauss again?
Wait till we get there.
Okay. All right. So you make your way downtown.
I was asking the group, but
Okay. So
But it seems like we ought to do it sooner.
I'll do it.
So
We do it.
I do it 20 minutes out.
How's this? We do it when we discussed with the queen the time that we would do it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
okay. So whenever you discuss with the queen that you would do it, you message her, and what do you say?
um,
I don't remember if we talked
how far
about
out are we? We are en route. Are we like how far away? I would say how far away we are, and
Okay. So you had discussed with the queen about sort of messaging her sort of before you left, so that you guys could sort of coordinate together.
So part of the morning routine.
okay, so we will be there in an hour.
Right.
Get everyone prepared. I'm here, man.
We know that.
I think that was it.
All right. All right. That's all you said. All right.
We got to tell him about Palantir as well. That he's gonna try to meet up with him.
And we have a guest that will be joining you.
Wilfred, good to hear from you. Things are more complicated. A spy has told us Razakai is captured. Plan may not work. We'll meet up with Palantir. Or we'll meet up with guest. What does he look like? What does he look like? There you
Oh, you ran out right at guest.
go. Okay, sorry.
I would have said Palantir,
it doesn't tell you.
but yeah.
Get it to another spell.
That's 2 third level spells. Can they send one?
Small round.
I would like to stay stocked for when we fight, but they mentioned that Rezakai was captured, kind of complicating the plan.
Or either guy on the inside.
We have the new guy.
We do have the new guy.
We weren't expecting to have two incredibly powerful creatures. Now we have one, like we were expecting.
Maybe we can free Rezakai when we get in.
Yep.
He's being held at the same place that we're going.
He might be being held at the throne room. We
Again,
might encounter him. Don't. We can't stop the plan now.
I will, we write a message with Palantir, that's what we do, send it to them.
Okay. So you're writing a message to Palantir sorry, you're writing a message to Androgora with that you'll send with Palantir.
Your token he's trustworthy.
Well, yeah. What did it
I'd say like write it and send them to kind of meet the soldiers on the way. Not actually
Yeah.
tell them where Andragora is, just to be clear.
Yeah, we say something along the lines of Palantir is
Here to help.
here to help.
Best regards, really fast.
Yes. We still plan on invading or something
Okay.
along those lines.
But that
P.S. I love you.
Go through people that are supposed to be congregating outside,
Which is
which means they're planning on.
But
visiting
they would
this
have
land.
access or they would have contact with Indragora.
That's true. But if we're not moving forward, then why would they go to the front?
beyond this forward.
Yeah. Just being uncertain was really whether or not we're going forward or not.
Okay. So you guys are writing a note with Palantir. Send to Lady Andragora. And can you just what does it say again? I kind of
Um,
I'm a little unclear on that.
To whom it may concern, I am here to help. Sent by the chilly sad. The plan is on. The plan is on.
Okay.
We are ready, and we go when we hear the distraction.
Okay. All right.
And so that will be given to
Right.
Palantir, and he will give it to the general, whatever you want to, one of the leaders when he sees them at the
yeah, the
army,
leader of the army.
Okay.
the group.
Okay.
And so
Hopefully they have contact with Lady Indragora and stuff.
Okay.
'Cause
Signed
it's,
XOXOX Chili Sad.
yeah. Best wishes.
yes,
Best
Lewis.
wishes. FOCS.
It's like Gossip Girl, but you know it's D&D.
And then we head out.
All right. So you guys head out. Are you guys trying to be stealthy as you make your way?
Absolutely.
All right.
I will.
Let's have some stealth checks, and Morgana will cast Pass Without a Trace. And somebody roll for Ugarth.
And it's stealth checks. I'll do it.
Right.
Oh no, disadvantage stealth checks. Disadvantage stealth checks. Oh, good. Good.
Right.
I'm so glad that I
What-
have a +7 in stealth at least.
What did you guys
Plus
roll?
five, +5.
28.
Nice.
24.
24 for Angvor. All right.
20.
20. All right. Carrick, what'd you roll?
Woo, babies, it's a good one. We're so gonna be not seen. That's a whopping 17 with
Ooh,
the Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh, ooh.
And for other guy,
Ugarth.
and he has advantage.
And
Nice.
plus 10. Plus 10.
Plus- A jillion skillion. That's 13 plus 10 plus 10. So that's 33.
Why does he get plus 10 twice?
Plus 10 for his, yeah, it was 13 on the die.
Oh, I see.
Plus 10 modifier, plus 10 pass.
Okay, sorry. All right. And Aurelia rolled a 21 and Morgana rolled a 20. So you guys sort of move through the city, relatively unseen, although Carrick does, make a little bit of noise. He doesn't-
Unseen, not entirely unheard.
Right. Yeah. So you guys do have a couple times when you come a little bit close to patrols here or there. But you notice that there does seem to be more activity, especially when you go farther down in.
More
You-
thralls.
more thralls. It does seem like there is, and there's a certain urgency to their movement. When you guys had originally sort of arrived, especially before you guys originally ran into Horgroth, it seemed like things were things were moving relatively nonchalantly. But even in some ways maybe even lackadaisically, but now it seemed that there's a certain amount of urgency. There's it does seem like they're in larger groups. There are few the individuals you see, to the best of your ability, they don't appear to be carrying weapons or anything like that. As you guys begin to make your way sort of through Gnome Town into sort of the deeper part of the city towards the Stygian Palace, which is where you had met Lady Andragora, and where Atar is, and where sort of the secret exit is supposed to be. And you guys sort of snake off in sort of one of these side tunnels or side passages. Sort of, it seems like it's one of those sort of like isthmuses of land that seems to go nowhere, but it sort of begins to snake down towards the cavern floor. And then as you sort of begin to sort of like head down this sort of winding sort of goat path, there you see the Andragora had told you that there was a hole in the wall up about 30 to 40 feet above the sort of the path. And when you sort of get there, you can see it. And you can see how it's sort of concealed. She told that was sort of indicated by a certain type of shrubbery, a certain type of sort of a certain bush. And you guys can see sort of the hole, or sort of the bush. You can't see the hole, but you can see the bush sort of about 40 feet up from where you are.
Any footholds to get up there? Any?
The rock looks climbable.
I will climb it.
All right, make an athletics check.
Yeah, 14.
14. All right. So you climb up about 20 feet. You're getting pretty good and you're getting pretty good sort of pretty good footholds. You're beginning to climb up, and you're about 20, 30 feet up, and all of a sudden you put your foot where you think there should be a foothold, and the rock just breaks out from underneath you, and you fall and tumble 20 feet, take a 2d6 falling damage. Yeah, 2d6, yeah. Okay, I'll roll. Oh, actually, I need to roll. Sorry. That is 9 points of falling damage to you as you sort of slip and fall off the wall and crash to the ground.
Wow, this sucks.
Ow.
Well,
How much was it? You said 9.
9 points, yeah.
Anyone wanna
Can
give
we-
it a shot?
I could
How far
try.
does Mage Hand go? Do we Mage Hand the rope up?
I could try.
I think it's only 9 more feet. As soon as he climbed 30 feet.
All right, you gonna try your thing?
I got advantage on athletic.
All right.
22.
22. All right. So Girthing, you sort of digs his claws in the stone and begins to climb up. He sort of climbs past the point where Carrick fell. He climbs up a little bit more, and he sort of reaches sort of this ledge and sort of pulls himself up onto this sort of small, like sort of piece of land. And there is a hole that he can see that's sort of like, it's not a super sort of large hole. It's going to be somewhat of a tight fit for you, Girthing, but there is all sort of a hole that in here.
None of y'all gave me some rope before I came up.
Here, grab it.
Make a just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier. Wilfred.
Me.
Yep.
17.
17. All right. So you throw this strand of rope up. Your thing sort of grabs it from your hand as you sort of throw this coil of rope up and sort of like the area is sort of almost like it's sort of like a loose lasso fashion, able to throw it up to Girthing up above.
All right, I'll take it and look for a place to tie it.
Okay. You can tie it to the bush that is there.
If y'all go one at a time, I can just hold it. But... Or maybe if you go two at a time, you can hold it.
I'll give it, as everyone walks up or goes up the rope, I'll do a guidance just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold it. Why not?
All right. So you're holding it.
Like, kind of like loop it around the bush. I guess bushes to me don't seem like they're very strong, but I guess they might be.
Put your
It doesn't
foot
look
against something.
strong. I'll put it that way. Does it look like-
It
like
looks
a nature
it looks like it has it's been holding onto this cliff face for a long time, but it doesn't look like it'll hold your weight. Maybe not.
Okay, well then I'll hold it.
All right.
I'll try to help pull people up with it.
I will attempt to ascend the rope now.
All right. Just go ahead and make an athletics check
Guidance.
with guidance.
That's a D4, right?
Yep.
That's a D4.
Dice cam.
Hey, athletics.
Mhm.
That's a 26.
26. All right. So you climb up the rope, hand over hand, sort of snaking your way up, and you're able to sort of get up there on sort of the small ledge with Girthing. And it's kind of cramped, just you and Girthing up on this little ledge.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'll see if I can make my way into the hole to make more room.
All right, so you begin to sort of climb into the hole, and you see as you begin to climb into the hole, you quickly see that it begins to sort of widen out. And just sort of the opening is the tight part, and if you go maybe 20 or so feet in, once you go in a few feet, you begin to find that it begins to widen out a little bit.
All right, I'll toss it back down. Go next.
All right,
Guidance.
anyone else?
Next.
Who's going next?
I'm gonna fly up, but before I fly up, I'm going to send Demon Chad and have him fly over to the group when he sees the party of the or distraction group,
Mhm.
so we can, because I don't know how we're gonna be aware since we're now underground of when this thing starts.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna
right.
fly him over there and have him, be invisible and fly up to first thing, and then I'm just gonna follow them, but keep an eye out through his eyes and just kind of be wary as to when it starts, just so he can tell me when it starts. So we
Okay.
can,
How fast can Demon Chad move?
40 feet flying.
40 feet flying. Okay. And I presume you're having him
He's just gonna go as
move
fast as-
and dash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's moving 80 feet per round. Okay. So
Ugarth
so
will go up the rope.
all right, Ugarth goes up the rope
Guidance.
with guidance.
That's a 12.
Okay, he climbs the rope and begins to sort of slide down. He can't quite get perched on the rope. You're pulling up, he's sliding down. But so at one point he sort of loses his foothold and sort of swings with the rope and sort of lands awkwardly sort of on the ground.
Unless he can use acrobatics instead of athletics, since there's a rope.
He can use acrobatics, yeah.
Then that would make it a 15.
15. Okay, so if he's using acrobatics, he can climb up the rope, and make it up there. And I assume Ingvar, you're going into the tunnel following Carrick.
Yep.
All right. And Ugarth follows afterwards. Now, Morgana will follow.
Morgana.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 7 for Morgana. So she slips and falls 20 feet, and that is 8 points of damage to her.
Going into this fight strong, guys.
Sure, slips, loses hold of the rope and sort of falls to the ground. Takes some damage. Wilfred, are you going to try and climb up?
I was gonna be the last one, so I could guidance everyone.
Sure, sure. Now Aurelia's gonna make it her way up. That is better. That is. And you're guidancing her.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So that's a 17 for Aurelia. She begins to sort of climb up the rope. It follows after you guys, and then Morgana will try one last time.
Tie it around you and I'll pull you up.
Yeah, yeah, and she's able to sort of climb up as well. And Wilfred, now it's your turn.
Can I use acrobatics and like jump around up there?
Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, I said you could use it. Okay, good.
That's a 28.
All right, so Wilfred
Natural
like
20.
Wilfred climbs up like a spider. You know, he just climbs up this like a trained sort of rock climber. You know, his fingers find grasps in the rock. And he sort of begins to scale. You know, almost
I don't even use the
superhumanly.
rope.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he just drops the rope and just keeps on climbing. And Gerthing stares at him sort of wide-eyed.
I did it without the rope too.
I was just making sure everyone else could do it first.
You guys sort of arrive. That's for the entrance to the tunnel. Once you guys sort of begin to move through the tunnel, it is dark. And so whoever is taking lead, can I have a survival check to sort of navigate these tunnels?
So since I have dark vision, do I get an advantage on the survival check here in the?
No. So if you don't have dark vision, so if Carrick is leading, he'll need to do a disadvantage. But whoever is leading will do it at normal.
Can I just kind of wait, and because I got into the hole because it was getting cramped, but can I just
Right.
wait till it widens out and then let someone else take
Yeah.
the lead?
So basically, it sort of widens out to a sort of small chamber, not maybe like 70 or 100 feet in, right? You know, like pretty quickly. Maybe 150 feet. And at that point, you guys can sort of develop a marching order, sort of navigate how you want to move through these tunnels, these catacombs.
Since this is secret tunnels, I will cast light so that.
Right.
blind-
So when you cast light, it sort of begins to illuminate these tunnels and sort of like this soft sort of the light of Saren Ray. Actually, what Morgana will also say, Wilfred, if you want, I can use my thing to give you guys dark vision.
I don't want to keep using energy if we can help it, but
Well, it's not it's just
but this is a secret tunnel. From what I understand, it shouldn't be occupied by anyone, from my understanding. Well, if you know something
just
different.
worth being careful.
Secret tunnel.
It's a suggestion.
Tunnel.
Well, if you think so, I will put out the light.
All right. And she will cast Eyes of Night. And she will cast it on Carrick and Wilfred. Of course, so you now have
Dark vision up to 300 feet.
yeah, 300 feet dark vision. She also cast it on Angvor and Gerthing. So you guys now have extended dark vision.
In that case, I will stay in the lead.
Okay. All right. So
I will stay behind just to make sure no one's following us.
all right. So we have Carrick in the
Well-
front, Wilfred in the back.
Actually,
Any-
it's a survival check. What is survival?
I'm like, do it with me.
Yeah, I might not be the best to be in the lead. Not great. I'm not awful at survival. At least it's a positive number, but someone else might be better.
You want me to do it?
Don't we? I mean, we have an idea because Lady Antigora has told us how to get to this. She's given us directions, correct?
So yeah, I mean, she told you basically that the tunnels lead, but when you get into these tunnels, you find that her explanation was not really particularly satisfactory. You know, you find that the tunnels, there are a lot of sort of tunnels that sort of lead off in sort of odd directions.
Is there a main tunnel?
Yeah, there is, but at times it becomes hard. You see, like when you enter into these big rooms, you have to figure out where the main tunnel continues on to. Once you get to the main tunnel, it does become a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more. But
So you're saying the Google Maps hasn't technically been updated as much as the current.
well, what I'm saying is that Lady Andragora gave you directions, but they were not precise. It wasn't like, all right, you go 20 feet, then turn left, then go 600 feet and turn right. It's more like, when just follow the main tunnel into the Stygian Palace, and you'll end up in sort of
Kind of look on I'll start looking around on the ground with my dark vision and in the big main tunnel as best we can.
Mhm.
Try and follow footprints.
Mhm.
Trying to see if I can see if there's a massive, like the most traveled path. Is
Okay.
there a path that seems more traveled, wider, seeing things like that, kind of picking those up, more footprints than others.
make a survival check.
4.
So unfortunately, this path has not been particularly well traveled because it's a secret path, and so it's only probably been used once, which is when they fled the palace. It's not been used very often. So as you look down on sort of the footprints, that you look down on the sort of muddy ground, you don't see a whole lot of evidence of which way to go.
Well, I can give it a shout if
Nobody grabbed that guy's
remember.
compass, did they?
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
How many paths are there?
So in general, so when you get into this, especially this first room, there's sort of like 3-ish paths extending sort of in the direction you want to go.
Usually middle path is where everyone chooses.
But no, that we have to have a guy come out and tell us that one of the other paths, he has to reveal that it is or isn't, or that it isn't the right path. So
Can
we have to
somebody-
change our choice again.
Ask Lady Andragora. I know some of you people here can talk to people from long distance.
Tell us here, didn't he give us a stone?
He did give us a sense, and maybe he's gotten to the group by now. Maybe
Okay.
we contact him through the cell phone.
But Andragora is
Cells
probably
phone.
not,
It's a speaking stone.
Andragora is probably not with that group.
Lady
Maybe.
Andragora would know the path, though.
But would she be the one to like storm the front castle gates?
But we just need to speak. I mean, it seems like I know Wilfred and I think Morgana, you two can talk to people
Yeah.
if you've met them, and you could ask her which path we need to take, or we could talk to this Palantir guy. But we're not for sure that he would know how to describe paths underneath the city, especially this path. This seems like a very, very discreet path, and we know Lady Andragora knows the directions.
It uses a lot of magic to talk to him.
Should
Morgana,
we
are you
just-
able to do
Should we
this?
just try to figure it out?
Well, we don't have the time to try and figure it out. I don't think that's the
Yeah.
problem.
But they're still just waiting on us, right?
Can I
No,
smell
we're
which
waiting
way is
for
fresher?
them. We're-
Yeah, make a perception check.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 13.
13. So you sniff down each one of the paths. And like a bloodhound, you don't know which way smells fresher.
Now we miss my first name.
Morgana, can you speak to
What comes
Andragora?
after A?
I can. It will
Factor A.
use a powerful spell, though.
Yes, yes.
Well,
I've got a 3-sided coin we could flip.
What comes after
Is there
A?
anything distinguishing about any of the paths?
Might be our
What
best
comes
choice.
after
Make a
A?
perception check, Carrick.
Yeah, if it's
Comes
weird.
after
Any other
A.
die we could roll.
Actually, not bad. 16.
16. All right. So you look at down each of the paths. You do notice that sort of the one in the far right seems to have a trickle of water running down it. The one in the middle does seem to be a little bit sort of wider than either of the other two. But the one on the far left does seem to go up most steeply.
Trickle of water coming this way, coming toward us, or
Mhm,
going
yeah.
away from us.
Coming towards you.
No, I did not.
There's sort of a sort of a small puddle sort of on the floor of the cave you're in.
What comes after I?
And then this sort of this trickle of water sort of runs down.
One's wider, one's got a water,
Mhm.
and one seems to go more up
T with
immediately.
a line and then 2 1.
We need to ask Lady
Mommy.
Aurora.
T with a line, 1 line and 2 lines.
Okay. So do you want Morgana to burn a 3rd level spell? Is that what you're indicating?
What you're saying?
Yeah.
As a party? As a party,
That is my vote. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to talk to the party about. That is my course of action, Angvor.
Mhm.
So that's my suggestion. I think that to Angvor, I think that's the most logical conclusion he can think of.
Okay.
Yes. But yes, I mean, that's up to everybody else, seriously, yeah. But
Which,
we don't have, the whole point is what I'm trying to tell the party is
yeah.
that we don't have much time. We don't have time to waste to figure this. I mean, we could be right, but if we're wrong, we don't know how long these tunnels go, and I don't know when this distraction is going to happen.
Mhm.
When we entered the tunnel, how was the throne area or the palace? Was that above us or below us?
No, it's above you, far above you. So
we
where
take
you
this
actually
path.
entered in is sort of, it's somewhat tangential to it's not, you couldn't see, it wasn't like it was like directly below the palace. It was actually sort of, so the palace is sort of on a peninsula of land that sort of extends over the abyss. And so you were sort of coming in on the side of this peninsula of land, right? So you're not sort of on the far end of the abyss of land, right? You're sort of on the side and climbing and sort of going out sort of towards the abyss and up, right?
Yeah.
So sort of the right, so the left path you can guess sort of goes back sort of towards the city. The right path goes towards the abyss, and the center path goes towards sort of towards basically directly in.
Based on our location, I say we take this path
Which one?
and the one that led right to the palace.
But we also need to go towards the abyss, though.
That is.
You're saying the far right one, the one that has the trickle of water going down it?
That one goes straight up, right? Or that one.
The left one goes straight up, the middle one's wider, and the right one has a trickle of water.
Which also means it's coming down. Or
It's
going
slightly
up.
at least, or it's
Yeah.
coming down from just the edges. We don't, I mean.
There's not any writing anywhere.
No, there's no writing.
Nothing as we were coming in. There wasn't any writing on the walls.
No,
on the
yeah.
whole
So this
side.
is actually fairly different than some of the other caverns you've been in, like on the way into Umgrat or the one you're sort of between sort of Strathgen's house and Darkhold Keep. In that there's just no writing. It is very natural. It seems like it was hewn out of the rock for sort of this purpose, and basically it's only used in sort of the rarest of times.
Between the left or the right, is one smaller than the other?
So they're about the same. With your role, I'm not going to say that you could really tell a noticeable difference.
I feel like it wouldn't be the middle one. I feel like that would lead somewhere else where more people would need to get to. Because I feel like where Andragora herself would need to come out, wouldn't be as, there wouldn't be that many people coming out that way. I don't know.
I'm gonna look through Major Chad's eyes and kind of see how long it's been. And
Demon
see
Chad,
what he's
yeah.
doing.
Yeah, so Demon Chad, so you peek out through Demon Chad's eyes, and he sort of made it back. Sort of, you guys took the sort of like this goat trail down into sort of the canyon, to the abyss. And he's made it back up into the city. And so he's beginning to sort of move through the city looking for Strathgand and Palantir and the rest of them distraction. He hasn't found them yet, but he's looking.
Gotcha.
What about we just go about 20 feet down one of these and see if it continues?
Okay. Which one are you going down?
Why don't each of us, or 3 people go down
Okay.
each one? I'll go down the left.
All right. So you
I'll
head down the
go-
left one.
I'll go on the right side.
All right. You go on the right side. All right. So
And I'll
Carrick
check
is
to see if there's anything around.
all right. So Wilfred, you go about 20 feet in on you said the left one? Or the right one?
I said
Right one.
he's going.
Sorry, I got mixed up. So if you go about 20 feet in on the right one, and so there's this trickle of water, and you sort of begins to get deeper and deeper until basically you see basically you come to this sort of this flat, the water is up to your calves, and you come to sort of this straight wall, and there's sort of like this sort of waterfall, this trickle of water sort of flowing down the side of the wall and sort of beginning to just shower off the wall. There doesn't appear to be a passage down this way.
Cool. I'll do a quick look around and then head back if I
All right.
don't see anything else.
So Carrick, you begin to move. You begin to head down the left one. He begins to go up pretty steeply. He goes up and up and up. It doesn't appear to be going, and it appears to be going away from sort of farther and farther away from the sort of the. It seems to be going back towards the main part of the city, right? It doesn't end. You don't really see anything that indicates its function or anything like that, but it does appear to be heading away from the Stygian Palace.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll head back and say, yeah, doesn't look like this one's going in the direction that we want to go. It seems like it's heading back toward the city.
This was just a waterfall that led nowhere.
So let's go down the middle path.
Right, so you guys begin to head down the middle path, and as you begin to move along, you begin to feel more comfortable with your choice, as it does appear to be sort of steadily heading in the direction towards the Stygian Palace. It does begin to go up, sort of snakes around a little bit, and you begin to sort of make your way up. Eventually, you do sort of arrive at this sort of flat wall. When you see sort of like this sort of faint outline of a door there, sort of a square door, right? So not like an arch door, but a square door that sort of goes in and out. There doesn't appear to be a handle on it.
Can I listen to see if I hear anything on the other side?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Ooh, boy, that's a good one. 9.
9. You listen. That sounds like rock. Don't hear anything.
Sounds like rock.
Press your head against it.
Someone's playing some rock over there. Led Zeppelin?
Is it heavy or metal?
Are we supposed to just wait here till we hear something on the other side? Get in as close as we can.
And you guys do spend probably another, I'll say 10 to 20 minutes after you guys make your way through the tunnel to the store. And so, yeah, I'll give you that, the time as well. About 10 to 20 minutes in.
So that's what I was going to ask at that point. I don't know if Major Chad has found them at this point. I'll check again once we get to the
Sure.
door. See if things have been gathered there. See if Major Chad or Demon Chad has found his way.
All right, so at this point, Demon Chad has found sort of the group. Palantir does not appear to have, he has found sort of the soldiers and sort of Strothgan as well as some of, Galen and some of the others who are sort of making their way towards the Stygian Palace. He does not immediately see Palantir there, but he sort of, it's sort of, so he has found them.
Yeah. Kind of looking down and seeing them gathered, he will fly down to Strothgan and the leader group there, speak through Angkor's voice, and just say, "This is the chili sad. We are in position. I think we are at the stone door, through the tunnels."
Okay. Do you make Demon Chad visible before you do that?
No, he has been invisible the whole time. Is what
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I got that.
So,
So you don't make him visible.
no, just
Okay.
staying invisible.
So out of nowhere, Angvor's voice sort of speaks to Strothgan. He sort of starts as, "Oh, yeah, you scared me. I don't know where you are or how you're doing that. But,
magic. I have sending. Yeah.
So that's internal.
We're getting there. We're trying to get ourselves in position. We have a plan, I believe. Obviously, we can't use Rozakai's visage and form, but I think we have something that'll do just as well.
Good. I see everything is ready here. Yes, let us know when you are ready, and we are ready.
All right.
Plan.
So after a minute, Palantir does approach them. They make contact with Palantir. They sort of begin to move down towards the city.
And as they're kind of, I guess in there doing that, I think I'm gonna kind of talk to Ugarth and say, I know you've got some finesse here with doors. You want to look at this together, see if we can find a way to make this open?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at it.
All right. Both of you make investigation checks.
Investigate it.
Yeah, let me investigate this door here. No mean investigating. I'm a rogue. Oh boy.
This is almost as good as Marisha's German accent.
Yeah.
That's
I got
gonna
a
be a
20.
All right, 20,
14.
14. Okay. So Angvor, as you sort of notice, you sort of run your hand over this door. You do find sort of a latching mechanism, but it does appear to have been locked somehow. It's a little bit unclear how, because it is mostly, it's a handle in the it's a handle sort of in the stone, sort of, and as you begin to sort of pull on it, you feel sort of a spring as if there's something sort of attached to it. So you're hesitant to just sort of pull it open, but
Oh, there's a lock there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me see what I can do with this lock here.
Yeah,
All right.
found this here.
okay.
All right.
So you're just gonna unlock it.
Yeah, should I go ahead and unlock it now or see if
I can try. If we wait 10 minutes, I could make it silent so no one on the other side can hear us.
no, that sounds good.
We can try.
And I'll sit down and start ritual casting silence.
Well, right. So Palantir sort of met up with the rest of the sort of the distraction party, and they're now sort of moving into sort of the center part of the city together. And all of a sudden, Strothgan casts this this image of sort of a slad sort of army coming in. And there's sort of different slads, and so you cast this massive sort of slad army, and all of a sudden you see the mind flayers and the thralls reacting to it, and and they begin to sort of they begin to sort of rally against the Slat army and Andragora and Andragora's forces, and in Palantir they begin to join the fray as well, and you know you pick up that is probably the
cue.
signal.
Yep. So as that's kind of happening, I'm getting that message signal from Major Demon Chad. I don't know how long, no idea how long it's been, but as soon as I see it through his eyes, I'll come back to my eyes and say it seems like things are heating up out there.
Right.
They've gotten the distraction going. People are pulling off the palace doors, coming out to the courtyard to meet this distraction.
Okay.
I don't know how much. I mean, if he's continuing to cast it, that's great.
You can go without me, but
All right. I mean, I will say that it probably took about 5 minutes into your silence, so you aren't able to finish your spell.
Alrighty, y'all.
we can wait.
Let's see if I can unlock this door here.
It sounds like we don't have to be super silent anymore.
Yeah. This one might be-
Alrighty.
Does
Here
an
we go.
11 hit?
You look for trouble.
So what?
Does an 11 hit, Ugarth?
Does an 11 hit? An 11 does not hit.
All right. So as he begins to sort of try to unlock this door, all of a sudden you hear this, and sort of like this dart sort of strings forth and sort of like reverberates at his foot. What'd you roll in lockpicking check?
Oh man, I'm not really feeling myself today. I forgot to check for traps.
Why does Ugar sound like Beavis and Butthead?
He is who we need him to be.
But that's sleight of hand plus proficiency.
Right.
That's a 29.
29. All right. So he's still, even as sort of darting out of the way of this sort of dart, he sort of is able to sort of disarm the lock and sort of it springs open, and you are able to sort of pull open the stone door. And it takes a fair amount of strength. He sort of begins to pull it back. It's a heavy door, and it isn't like swing inward or outward. It moves sideways. So yes, sort of, it's like a sliding door. It's like a glass sliding door, but it's stone.
Nice.
And she begins to push it open.
Hey, thanks, Carrick.
All right, and so you guys begin to push open the door, and you
Anyone
enter
on the other
into,
side?
and so you enter into this lavish sort of library, sort of like a reading room maybe, or a den. There's a fireplace crackling in the hearth. Doesn't appear to be anyone immediately apparent.
Do we perchance remember if Lady Andragora told us from the I mean, she gave us directions, didn't give us very great directions, obviously. From the library, like where the throne room is.
So you would know that the throne room is sort of up one floor.
Mm-hmm.
But understandably, she doesn't know where Atar would be.
Oh yeah. Obviously,
so-
we don't know that much, but
We gotta go look for him.
suspecting possibly the throne room.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you guys sort of enter into this. So you guys sort of look around, and this fireplace is sort of decorated with sort of statuettes. There's sort of a map of the city of Golgathir on the table. Again, it also sort of has sort of an element of a war room as well. There are sort of like sort of globes that are just of sort of the Underdark. There are sort of statuettes. There's books around. There's sort of weapons on the walls.
There's no like map with little like figurines on it.
So there is a map of Golgathir out. It does appear to be marked on it, but you don't see like little figurines or anything.
I couldn't go try to mess with their plans by moving them around.
And now we're deploying the
all mind flayers located at the throne room. What?
All right. Well, it seems like we gotta find this guy pretty quickly.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Is you
Pretty
guys
good. Ugarth's pretty good at making his way around, it seems. He's got pretty high perception and or survival. So maybe he ought to lead the way
all right?
and see if he can find the way there.
All right. So you guys head out.
Nothing behind.
We've been through the throne room before because we talked to Lady Andragora before.
That's
but
correct.
not
Yes.
from the library.
But not from the library.
Right.
That's the only place we've been in here.
Or the holding.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But maybe
And so, and what I will say is you do remember from the last time you were in here that basically the entrance to the Stygian Palace sort of enters into this sort of columned entranceway. And there's sort of like a threshold, sort of a foyer, and there's the throne room, right? So the throne room is very much towards the front of the palace. And so Andragora said that this is library is sort of on a lower floor, probably a subterranean floor. But you know, I don't think she didn't say where exactly locationally it relates as far as the throne room.
Yeah.
Can Ugarth, with his high perception,
Sure.
just based on from the outside where the front of the entrance was, and based on where we went around side to get to the back, we kind of get a general sense of which direction we should head in.
I will say that he's still, especially since he hasn't been to the throne room. He wasn't with you guys when we went to the throne room. I see he'll need to make a survival check.
Could make a survival check.
He needs to make a survival check.
16.
16.
Is that
Okay.
right? It was 7 plus 7, right? Yeah, plus 7.
Okay. All right. So 16. You know that you'll need to go back, sort of forward. You're sort of, but you don't know exactly. I'll say with a 16, you don't know exactly, especially since he doesn't know how to approach the throne room from below, basically where are the stairwells and stuff like that. So you know that you generally need to go back. But that's about it.
I think if we're trying to get to the throne rooms kind of toward the front of the building, I think we need to kind of go back this way. Generally.
Might be right.
Well, we need to find some stairs. And I know Andragora said we're below the throne room at least.
Let's go.
All right.
Yep. Wow.
So you open a door and you just go out. How are you guys leaving this room? Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
We're checking
Is
to make sure
the
now.
door to leave the library trapped?
Make an investigation check.
22.
It is not trapped.
Great.
All
Not trapped this
Anyone on
time,
the other
guys.
side?
right.
Do we hear anyone on the other side?
Make a perception check. Whoever was that, Wilfred, make a perception check.
Yeah, 12.
12. All right. So you press your ear to the door. You hear some footsteps, but you're unclear where exactly they are in perception of the doorway. You can hear footsteps. Maybe they're, yeah, you can hear some footsteps on the other side, maybe above, out there somewhere. Can't tell which direction they're going.
It's just footsteps. It's not repeating. It's not getting louder. It's
There's only one door.
Yeah, there's only one door out of this room. Yeah.
We gotta go, guys.
Gotta go that way.
All right.
I'll go first just because that can be a little sneaky before we all go.
Are you doing the butthead voice? That must be Ugarth. All right. So you open the door. Are you trying to be? Are you guys trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, Ugar's trying to be stealthy. Yeah.
All right. Roll a stealth check, please.
Boop, boop, boop. 23.
All right. So he drifts out into the hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there's a guard. So the hallway goes two ways, right? And
As hallways are wont to do.
yeah, but sort of down the left hand path, there are no guards, and that's also towards the front of the of sort of the Stygian Palace. On the right hand side, there's a door. He sort of looks roughly in down the hallway towards you guys. He doesn't appear to see Ugarth as Ugarth sort of stealths out and ducks behind sort of a suit of armor. He appears to be able to dart out unseen.
Is the guard moving, just standing, posted? there?
He appears to be standing there for the moment.
Nothing in place.
That's why Wilfred did-
9,500, 9,501, 9,502.
How far away is he in the other end of the other hallway?
He's about 50 feet away. The other end of the hallway is probably another 70 to 90 feet.
Is there anything else? Like anything else? Any other doorways or anything in the hallway that I can?
There
like,
are
hide behind
other
or keep-
doorways, between. There are at least 2 doors towards the front of Stygian Palace, and there is at least 1 door towards the guard.
Um, I will just like duck back into the open doorway to the library quietly
Mhm.
and just let everyone know what I saw.
Okay.
It looks like there's a guard down that away, and the way that we're toward the front, there's no guards, but I don't know if maybe we should go the way that there's a guard because he'd be guarding something or what.
That's the way that you said that we should go, though.
Well, the guard was in the other direction. He was away from the front.
But we were supposed to go back, you said.
Let's go towards that guard.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I think is that what?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what you're saying, the way you need, yeah, you're right. So the way that is towards the front of the Stygian Palace, which is where the throne room would be, is to the, we'll say, the left, and the guard is to the right. So yeah, that's basically what you, yeah. So what you're saying is right, that the guard is not in the direction that you think you should go.
Should we go that way, man? It's a good little jaunt to get down there too. So it'd be kind of hard for all of us to not be seen.
Guys, if distraction's happening right now,
We gotta go.
we gotta do something.
Was the guard just a person?
Oh yeah,
Not
it's
like-
Durgar. Yeah.
Okay.
We, put something up so that he doesn't look like we're here, or is it?
I will go out and cast darkness, or
Okay.
at least kind of cast it around the corner so it doesn't hit us, so that
Okay.
we can go back our way.
Okay. So you
So
cast,
it's like in the hallway in front of him,
right,
but like blocking us going the way that we think we should go.
right. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yep. So you cast darkness toward, like, anywhere his eyes roll back, sort of there's this smell of sea salt sort of it emanates from the air, and sort of this black inky darkness sort of begins to sort of build up on that side of the hallway, and clouds sort of like a squid ink sort of you no longer can see anything going on in that direction. You mean hear some sort of muffled shouts in an undercommon.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So you guys begin to move down sort of the left-hand path, away from sort of the guard. As you guys begin to move up, you reach sort of a T crossing, and you look to the left and to the right.
Do we see stairs on either of those directions?
You do not immediately.
How far do we see down?
So on the right-hand side, you can see another 50 feet, and the left-hand side, you can see about another 30 feet.
Do they turn, or do they like abruptly, like 90-degree corners?
So they do basically do 90-degree corners.
Just make a guess and go.
Let's go left.
Nobody knows.
All right. You guys turn left. You can sort of move down the left-hand side. Are you guys trying to be stealthy while you're doing this?
Trying to go quickly and stealthily.
Yeah, I'd say-
as we can.
I'm inclined to say speed over stealth
Okay. All right.
personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good point.
All right, so you guys turn left, and you see you begin to hear clang, and you begin to hear shouts coming from the other direction. You guys are sort of hustling. You guys see quickly. Make a whoever's in the lead make a perception check.
That would not be me.
Ugarth,
Right.
Was leading us.
hey, 26.
26, right? So he sees out of the corner of his eye there's sort of an open sort of stairwell to your right. He sort of quickly pulls the group up, and sort of spirals up, and he quickly arrives in you, and you guys sort of both up this. You can hear sort of these clangs and these shouts, and you arrive sort of in that foyer that you guys had originally seen, right? You originally arrived, and you guys see sort of guards and sort of mind flayers sort of moving in and out of the front doors, and you hear the clang of arms, the shouts out in the courtyard beyond, and you see looming in front of you this massive sort of creature that has like sort of a drow-like body. I'm sorry, a drow-like sort of like basically a centaur, but instead of being a horse's body, it is a giant spider's body. And instead of being a person, it's a drow, sort of waiting in the foyer as you arrive.
Is it Lowell?
It sort of looks at you, pulls out a curved scimitar.
Just trying to get by. We'll be right back.
Let's roll initiative. Oops.
Ooh.
All right, 1 second. All right. 25, 20.
20 for Ugarth.
All right.
Shoot, I gotta look at his actions and stuff.
20 and 15.
Stab. 20. I had 16.
Right.
All I need to know is if it doesn't see me or someone I know is attacking it, then I attack. That's basically
Sorry, what would you roll again? Your thing?
16.
16?
6. Yeah.
Okay.
6.
15, 10?
11 for Carrick.
Okay.
My turn.
Me too.
10 to 5?
8.
8. Okay.
Six.
And wait, who rolled 6?
I did.
Okay. All right. Let me.
Hey. But it's not yours, which is weird. Well, did you reset something recently? Because it did it last Thursday as well.
Probably logged me out.
Okay. All right. One quick second while I try and do one thing. No. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm working on getting the dungeon fog link to
It might not be that.
Okay, all right. Let's see if this works. All right. I'm sending you guys the dungeon fog link through Facebook Messenger, just because it's a little bit easier. All right. See if that works.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, it's working. All right. So
You're a blue carrion crawler 15
who is that? Is that
at Harrisonburg.
Harrisburg? Okay. All right.
New York.
All right. And I need to enable site for you guys. Nice. And you guys can see now, right?
Yep, looks like it.
Yep.
All right. Wait then. So you guys enter in, you see sort of this large sort of spider-like creature standing there in front of you, sort of waiting. And let me do a couple more things. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. All right. With that. All right. So up first is Ugarth. What is Ugarth doing? It's sort of this large sort of sort of like distorted drow spider hybrid sort of stands in front of you and sort of leers at you and sort of glares at you. What are you doing, Ugarth?
Nothing else is there.
Not at the moment. So as I said, there's sort of a hustle and bustle about, and so you hear doors are opening and closing. So there are, of course, the opportunity. Let's actually see if I can extend the map a little bit. There are at least 3 entrance ways besides the way you came in that you see. Sort of beyond.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked out of the
Beyond.
character sheet.
Okay, so I probably need to do one more thing. Okay. But at the moment, you don't see any more people sort of coming your way. So sort of up sort of in this direction. There's one up sort of in this direction. There's another, and up over here there's a third. You see, you can see a couple Duragar guards up in this direction over here.
Which one is Ugarth?
Ugarth
far-
I'm
is
zoomed way out.
yeah. So Ugarth is that's the enemy. Ugarth is
Ugarth?
yeah, I believe that's Ugarth right there. Yeah, it's Ugarth right there. Yep, that's Ugarth.
He way far away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna use my action. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 5. I can just about get a melee with it. But then got nothing left to do. I'm just gonna action and I'm gonna move and then I guess bonus action dash
Okay.
straight forward
Okay.
50 feet.
Okay. Oh, you can't move him. I'm sorry.
I cannot move him.
Yep, I will fix that real quick. All right, you should be able to move him, and Harrisburg now you should be able to move everyone as well. So.
Cool.
All
And
right.
then I will hold my action to stabby stab if it gets close enough.
All right, sounds good. All right, now it is Aurelia's turn. Aurelia will cast magic missile at third level. So that is 3 plus 2. Right? So 4 plus 3. That is 19 points of damage to the creature. As sort of these arcs of sort of purplish energy sort of arc forth from her fingers, they sort of snake forward and sort of strike this creature on different sides, sort of pummeling it with damage, with force damage. Sort of reverberates, sort of looks around, sort of glares at you guys. It's now Morgana's turn. She will cast Bless at second level. It's that is that is 4, right? So she will bless Wilfred, Carrick, Ingvar, and Gerthing, since you're all sort of right there with her. So you guys are all hashtag blessed.
On attack and saving throws.
I believe that ends her turn. All right, Gerthing, you are now up.
I think I just action or move action. I can move 80 feet with that, so I have a hard time counting from back here.
He's like 120 feet from us.
10, 15, 20, 30, 40. That's 40.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That was what that one.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I'll bonus action rage.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Carrick, is now your turn.
Simple.
It is my turn. All right. I will a stippy step forward.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my movement. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I'll just do I want to use up my action? Or should I just do something else? You know? I'm just gonna fire a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
All right, that hits. Yeah.
And that's 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
And
Ends your turn.
yeah, that's my turn.
All right, sounds good. All right, so Carrick sort of rushes forward, pulls out his crossbow, fires the bolt, and sort of strikes the creature sort of right above its breastplate, sort of above its clavicle, and sort of like winces in pain. And as it sort of stands there, it's now its turn, and so it will move forward. Five, 10, 15, and we'll get engaged with you.
When it enters, I took the polearm mastery feat. So when
Okay.
it enters my range of the glaive, I get a attack.
Go for it. Yeah.
So I'll choose to take that. 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Yep. All right.
You sort of strike down it, sort of parries it with its long sword, and now it will it'll make 2 long sword attacks at you, Girthing. So that is that's a natural 1, so that misses, and then that is a 15.
It misses.
Right, and they'll make a bite attack, and that is a 23 to hit.
I got cut.
Right, so it does.
I got cut. Stop.
It does 2 points of piercing damage with its bite, and it does 11 points of poison damage to you.
Okay.
That ends its turn. Ingvar, you are now up.
Cool deal. I don't really enjoy spider humans. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Swing out a little bit of ways here and see him engaged there and just shock an Eldritch Blast on from each hand down there.
Sounds good.
Plus a 4. So it's a 22 and then a 27.
Both hit.
15 points of, or 25 points of damage.
Okay.
And he's just going to get slowed. I'm not going to push him knowing that he's engaged.
Okay. All right. So Ingvar sort of moves forward. He sort of like puts his hands out like Iron Man, sort of pulls forward these greenish blue Eldritch blasts. They ripple forward. They strike the spider human, and so one strikes him, the other one strikes him. He sort of seems slow and sort of a little bit maybe not quite as quick on his feet as he had been before. Is that your turn, Ingvar?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Wilfred, you're up now.
Do I see these 4 guys in the back?
With your 300 foot dark vision, yes, you do.
Do I see that do they notice us, or are they just like?
They appear to have, not really been interested before you guys sort of began to attack the spider creature. Now they do seem to be involved, interested.
Okay. Then I will move up 30 feet, and I'll just sacred flame this Drider.
Okay.
Uh,
That is a
straight up and like 3 to the left of Carrick.
okay.
Yeah.
So that is a 15 to save.
Fails.
Okay.
That is 9 points of radiant damage,
Nice.
and that is my turn.
Right. So as he sort of So the sacred flame sort of descends on him and sort of strikes him as you sort of this pulse of radiant energy sort of strikes this creature, and he sort of reels back in pain. You know, and it seems like wait a second. Okay. Never mind. But he does a fair amount of damage as this radiant energy sort of rains down on this creature.
Cool.
All right. We are back to Ugarth's turn.
I'm engaged. Whatever that means.
Not Girthing, Ugarth.
I know. But
Okay.
for
Yeah.
sure.
2, 3, 4, 5. Get around there. And bonus actions. Bonus actions returns. I will. I can stop closing the character sheet. I've got my dagger in one hand and my rapier in the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I will rapier first.
Okay, you also have so Ugarth has a dragon tooth dagger.
Dragon tooth dagger.
Yeah.
There's a dagger of venom. I
Right.
see that.
I don't know I feel like we couldn't add it on D&D Beyond for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
we
I see another dagger.
Yeah. So
And what does that do?
so a dragon tooth dagger will
I'm in a dragon.
no, it'll do a little bit more damage. Let me just pull up real quick. Dragon. Okay. So it does an extra 1d6 acid damage every time it hits.
Damage every time it hits.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will use my rapier in my main hand and that in the offhand.
Okay. And it also does a +1 to attack and damage, much like the dagger of venom, I believe.
Cool. An offhand weapon attack just means you can't add proficiency.
You don't add a modifier to the damage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Not to the damage. Yeah.
So the to hit is still the same,
Right.
but the damage is just a straight dice roll.
Right.
Gotcha. Cool.
Right.
Okay. So rapier first.
All right.
Schmoogie Wootskins, that's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And that's going to be 1d8 plus 4 plus sneak attack, which is 46.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hello, I'm here.
1d8 plus 1d8 d8.
That's why I'm there for it.
Man, I can't re-roll the twos because I'm not carried right now. That's just going to be 6 base damage
Okay.
plus 6, 8, 14 sneak attack damage.
So a total of 20.
A total of 20.
All right. So as Ugar sort of moves forward, he sort of darts in between the legs of this creature. He sort of stabs up in the stomach of this creature. And he sort of like stands up in pain. And he sort of spins around to the other side and stabs it again, sort of the base of the abdomen. This creature's looking pretty hurt now from all the damage you guys are doing to it.
And then for my offhand with the dagger, that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that's just a 1d. What's a 25, I guess, because it's +1.
Okay.
And then it's just a 1d4 +1.
Right. Yeah. +1 because it's unless are you using the acid damage of is it using the Dragon Tooth dagger, which has the 1d6 acid damage?
Right. So 1d4, 1d6 +1.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, good, good, good. That's perfect. That's
3.
3 points of piercing damage and a whopping 1 point of acid damage.
Okay, all right.
That is what I
So
thought.
slightly better than than the lowest possible. All right. So you get that stab in, and a little bit of the acid manages to inject itself into the creature as he sort of pulls out the one in the back.
And that is movement, action, and bonus action. So I guess that's it.
All right. And so that means it is back to Aurelia's turn. Aurelia will cast Chromatic Orb at first level.
Chromatic orb. Chromatic orb.
She's within 90 feet, right? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. Yeah, she's within 90 feet. All right. That misses as she is sure that she pulled the ball of sort of acid damage, sort of hurls at the creature. She sort of arcs it to not hit Girthing or Ugarth, and sort of strikes the cave floor and sort of burns away sort of this beautiful sort of tiling on the ground. And then it's her turn. Now it is Morgana's turn. Morgana will what will she do? She will cast no. She will cast. No one's hurt. She'll just take a regular attack then. She'll use a longbow attack against it. That's a natural 20. So that is 11 points of piercing damage as she sort of pulls out this longbow and sort of just lets it fly, and it strikes this sort of creature and injures it severely. It appears. Now, Girthing, it's your turn.
I'll smack it with my blade.
Sounds good.
Oh gosh. The nat 1.
Ooh.
That's one I missed. Second attack.
A little bit better.
A 21 to hit.
21 hits. Yep.
Ooh. So that would be 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay, 17 points of slashing damage. So with your first strike, you sort of swing wildly and you miss. With the second attack, you sort of bring it down across the sort of chest of the creature, sort of cleave it open. This nasty gash sort of pulls, and now this creature is starting to look pretty hurt.
Yeah. And then bonus action, I'll take my glaive and swing the back end of it up and try to hit him in the chin.
You can attack with a bonus action.
Yeah, that's the other polar masteries. If I take
Okay.
an attack action with the glaive, I can spend my bonus to
Okay.
hit with the back end. It does a D4 instead of a D10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
That's in that 20.
Nice.
So double that D4.
Double the D4.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Nice. So 8
So
points
that's
damage.
8 plus 7. So 15.
Nice. So you bring it back, you sort of strike this creature in the face, and you sort of like you see it, you sort of plunge into its eye, and sort of eye socket fractures, and sort of now you see sort of like the jaws, a spider-like maw, as you sort of break off sort of the face mask over, leers at you angrily, as you sort of slam the back arm of your polearm master into it.
It's not all.
That ends your turn.
That ends my turn.
All right. Now it's their turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 45, 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
We're just going straight down.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
It had
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
I could only attack
20, 25,
It gets his damage
30,
guy is 4, so he's
40,
probably-
45, 50.
10 foot away.
Yeah.
10,
Wait, how many of these guys just
15,
came out?
20, 25, 30, 35,
I was looking at you, Gar.
45, 50,
6.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45. All right, there you go. So you see these dirt are being to sort of file in from these different directions, and you see them begin to sort of pour towards this creature, and that ends their turn. Now it is Carrick's turn. Carrick, what are you doing?
I will move and let's see. It's not really, can't go very far. I'm just gonna action. So hold on.
Dash action charge.
2, 3. Blue. Almost. Durgar can almost get to me next turn. Oh, I'm just gonna action dash and get up next to this guy.
All right. All right, sounds good. All right, so that was your movement, your action. Do anything with your bonus action?
Nah.
Okay. All right. So the sort of spider drow abomination will make a longsword attack against each of Ugarth and Girthing. So that is a natural 20 against Girthing.
Great.
So that is 15 points of slashing damage.
Tell him to roll double the dice.
And it's making one against Girthing. That is a 12. It's not against Girthing, against Ugarth. That is a 12 against Ugarth.
That misses.
And then a bite attack against you, Carrick. That is a 24.
That hits.
Okay. That does 2 points of piercing damage and 9 points of poison damage.
Cool.
All right. And now we will have five. You see this sort of this robe, sort of tattoo, sort of Duragar come forward, and he will cast. Can I have a dexterity saving throw from Ugarth?
Yes. He has something about dexterity saving throws, doesn't he?
You probably have proficiency.
Features and traits. Proficiency, expertise, sneak attack, heading action, list. Ow. Close the door, please, because you're being extremely loud. Subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half evasion. That's what it is.
It's
Okay.
evasion. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Wipe it completely.
Okay, cool. So dex saving throw.
Mhm.
Dex plus 7, 16.
All right, he saves. Then this Durgar will cast Healing Word on the Drow, sort of creature, and that is a certain amount of healing damage to that creature. Okay, all right. So ends that their turn. Ingvar, you are now up.
Move it up.
30 feet there. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him again.
All right, go for it.
Blast. So that's a 15 and a 28.
The 28 hits. The 15 does not. And you're aiming for the spider creature, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. It is 14 points of damage.
Okay.
That's going to be all I'm going to do on this turn.
All right.
He's going to be.
Are you
just
pushing him?
slow down. Just slow him down again.
Okay.
So he's only slowed 10 feet this round.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So Angvor sort of moves forward. He sort of throws like the sidearm Eldritch Blast. One sort of skims wide and sort of skims the shoulder of this creature. And the other one sort of strikes it full on and sort of staggers for a moment. It looks really hurt as Angvor sort of slams into it. That ends your turn.
Yep.
All right, Wilfred, you are now up.
I will Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
Dexterity saving
That's
throw.
I believe an 8.
Cool. And that is another 9 points of radiant damage.
All right. So as the sort of this radiant damage sort of descends down the creature, how do you want to do this, Wilfred?
Ooh, I just wanted to like burn her. Is it a yeah? Just burn whatever. I guess the top, the spider part of her.
The
Just
top
burn
part?
The spider part. The spider part.
A spider part. Okay. So you sort of the radiant energy sort of descends and sort of begins to sort of light upon the spider part and begins to burn away the legs and sort of like all its legs sort of curl up like a spider dying, right? And sort of begins to sort of fall apart until all that's left is sort of this, sort of, again, it is a twisted sort of face of a drow. It sort of stands there looking up at you guys. And that creature is no more.
Boom.
Cool.
And now the last part. So then you see a mind flayer come out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and that's gonna move 5, 10, 20, 25, 30 to there. That's going to be its turn.
All right.
As
Cool.
that's all it can do. Okay, all right. Now it's back to Ugarth's turn. What is Ugarth doing now that the spider drow is dead?
Whoop, whoop, doop, whoop. I don't.
I know. I just want to see how
Let's see. Is this a mind player that we recognize?
No, it is. It looks like a sort of run-of-the-mill mind player. It doesn't look particularly anything special. It doesn't look like Atar or any of his acolytes.
Cool. I don't see arrows in my
Inventory.
You
So I
should
don't-
have a
I don't
short
know if-
bow and enough arrows. So,
Yeah,
you
sure.
feel free to use the short bow. I think
Cool.
I think it's just a bookkeeping error.
Cool. Then I will I'll step back a few steps
Okay.
to like right here. And I will I will ready an action and fire it upon whatever individual first comes into melee range with a friend of mine.
Okay, so you're holding an action. You're holding a short bow attack.
Correct.
All right, understood. All right, then it's your turn. Aurelia will cast she will cast she will also cast blast. So she'll move forward. It's a 30-foot range. She'll come forward
On the 33.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 20, 25. 30. Ugrith is just out of range. She'll cast it on the 3 she can see, who are Ingvor, Wilfred, and Morgana. So you guys have Ingvor and Wilfred, you're now double blessed.
It doesn't stack.
Oh, it doesn't stack? Okay, well then I won't
But
do
you
that
can do on the
actually.
other 3 that don't have it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
so she'll do it on herself, Morgana, and Ugarth, I guess. But she's out of range of Morgana right now, so 10, 15, 20, 20. That's not what she's going to do. She's going to move forward her 30 feet. Then she's going to go do a magic missile at first level at the farthest, sort of the nearest Durgar on the left. So that is it's 10 points of damage to him. All right, then it's her turn. Now it is Morgana's turn. Morgana is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and she's going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level at the Mind Flayer. That is a 19 to hit, so that hits. So whoever hits the text Mind Flayer next has advantage, and that is 18 points of damage to the Mind Flayer. Okay. All right. That is their turn. We are back to Girthing. Girthing, what are you doing?
I think I can actually hit the guy on the right if I run up 40 feet with my 10-foot movement or 10-foot reach. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35. I can get here. So I will run up to this guy.
All right. Yeah, you can hit him.
And hit him. Why not?
All right, go for it.
I guess, do they seem like they're interested in fighting us? They
Do seem hostile. Yes, they do seem.
I know they would gather around the watcher.
And they're also dressed sort of like palace guard. They look these are not the guys that you remember fighting in sort of the mess hall. They look sturdier, stronger than those individuals.
Wait, how did I kill?
16 plus 8 is 24 to hit.
24 hits.
All right, roll my 10. 10 plus 7, 17 points of flashing.
All right.
The first, then my second attack. is 22.
22 hits. Yep.
And damage on that one.
And I guess that would
16 points.
16 points. Okay.
Yeah. And then my little bonus action thing is just a 5-foot range, so I'm not.
Okay. All right. Got it. So you come forward and you sort of slash him once, and you sort of knock it. The shield out of his hand sort of spins on the ground. He sort of looks back, and you sort of slash him again, and he looks pretty hurt now. As, you know, he's sort of staring at you in stupor as you attack him. What were you saying, Karen?
That would, I assume that would trigger Ugarth's.
It would. Yes.
reaction.
That's correct. Yeah.
Perfect. That's a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Fantastic.
So he pulls out his short bow. He starts knocks an arrow. He sort of fires forth, sort of streaks forward, sort of hits the armor, sort of reverberates off, sort of spins off, and clangs against the stone floor. And that ends. That uses up your action, right? Your held action.
Correct.
All right. Now it is the Duragar's turn. And so the Duragar will go 5, 10, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. All right. 40. So that one can attack, but the two are going to attack Ugar thing with advantage.
Okay.
Good grief.
So the first attack is a it's not very good. That is a 13 to hit.
Misses.
All right. And another attack that is a 11 to hit.
Misses.
All right. So that they each only have one attack. So that uses up both of their attacks.
Nice.
And the third guy
Nice.
action to get engaged with you. So that use up all the ones over there. And so this guy will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And he'll go.
Before you go too
Oh.
further, I would like the opportunity to attack the guy on my bottom left. Or bottom
Okay,
right,
on your bottom left. Got it.
as he entered my range.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
No, that's not one. Go ahead. Keep going.
What'd you roll?
Continue.
A nat one.
Okay, all right. 5, 10, 15,
You sure
20,
hit that guy on the
25,
bottom left.
30,
Yeah.
35, 40, 45, 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay. There we go. That ends their turn. All right. Now it's Carrick's turn. Carrick, what are you doing?
Do these appear to be thralls of a mind player?
Make an insight check.
Would that cost my action?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay, cool.
You didn't ask if they're
Natural 20.
Yes,
Oh,
they are.
yeah.
They're thralls of mind flayers.
That's an 18.
still, they're thralls of mind flayers.
You can always do lethal damage on them.
I will
or we can always kill them.
move up yonder
All right.
and as I'm walking, I'll be shouting, "Take out the mind flayer first!"
Okay.
And I will use my circlet of blasting
Okay. And you're attacking the mind flayer?
to attack the mind flayer.
You have
with
advantage because of guiding
advantage.
bolt.
And I was not blessed. Is that correct?
No, you were blessed. Ugarth was not
I was?
blessed. Ugarth was the one that was not blessed.
I was blessed. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Even better. Fantastic.
What happened to the natural 24?
And that's sploogie wiggy wabada wiggity. And that's hold on, let me get back to scorching ray. That's three of those things.
Right,
That's
that's
three
correct.
separate attacks.
That's correct. But the first one is the only one with advantage. Is that correct? That's right. Or else for
I would
Nightbolt?
assume so. I would assume so.
I believe that's right.
So that's only a 12 on the first one to hit,
All right, that misses.
but all of them have a D4.
That's correct. Yes.
13 on the second one.
That also misses.
And wouldn't you know it, an 11? Nope, a 13 again.
13 misses as well.
Well, that was
so
a
your
colossal
scorching
waste.
ray sort of strike forth and they sort of hit around this mind flayer. He sort of laughs evilly and sort of sort of scrunches his tentacles, his mouth tentacles together, confidently as he sort of laughs at your missed scorching rays.
Well, poo.
All right, that ends your turn, Carrick. Anything else you want to do?
That ends my turn.
All right. So now it is the Durgar's turn. Durgar sort of cleric's turn. And he will cast 1 second.
Oh, that's an interesting spell.
He will cast he will cast Guiding Bolt at you, Carrick.
The Mind Flayer will?
No, the
Oh, the
Durgar will.
Durgar.
As a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And I believe that is 4d6.
Good grief.
So that is 8, 10. That's 11 points of radiant damage, I believe. Yeah, radiant damage. Yep. And that ends his turn. That's all he's going to do. Now it is Ingvor's turn. Yep, Ingvor, is your turn. What are you doing?
So I am going to.
Sort of this. He has sort of a reddish guiding bolt. Sort of streaks forward and sort of strikes you, and now there's sort of this reddish halo surrounding you, Carrick. You look down at yourself. Sorry, Ingvar, what are you doing?
I'm going to move up. Move up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hex the Mind Flayer,
All right.
and then I'm going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
All right. Sounds good.
Jesus. So the first one was like a 12.
All right. That misses.
The second one is a 23.
That hits.
Uh, 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Slow him
Nice.
down. So he's slowed 10 feet then.
All right. All right. So you sort of strike him. So this Eldritch Blast, sort of your eyes roll back as you run forward. It's sort of like the smell of sea salt sort of fills the sort of this entry chamber, and there's sort of like this ripple, like sort of like a tide sort of rushes in. Sort of this hex sort of wraps around his mind flayer. He sort of looks around. You sort of one Eldritch Blast sort of strikes towards him, and the second one you sort of hurl forth. You sort of strike him, and he hits him. He's looking decently hurt now. You sort of hit him with this massive Eldritch Blast, sort of as it sort of like rushed in with this hex. That ends.
Yep.
Your turn. Did you push him back? Were you going to push him back 10 feet?
No, I just slowed him down 10 feet.
All right, roger that.
Slowing him.
All right, Wilfred, you're up now.
10, 15, 20. I'm not gonna move yet. I will cast silence on the mind flayer.
Okay. What does that do?
Um,
Or all the
I
effects?
will silence. For the duration, no sound can be created. So it's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna pinpoint it. Pinpoint it 10 feet towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So he's within. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. They cannot cast verbal components in there.
Okay. All right. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you sort of silence the mind player, and you can see him sort of trying to talk. Doesn't appear to be doing anything.
Get him now. Pin him.
Right.
And then that was an action, I believe. Yeah, it was an action. So I'll just move. Yeah, move 15 feet towards you. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now is the mind flayer's turn. The mind flayer will he will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dang.
He's below 10 feet. I don't know if that was.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He is also slow. You're right. I'm sorry. So he's back there. Yeah, he's going to. How much he can do? Because he's still within your 20-foot sphere, correct, Wilfred?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. He's going to use this. Can I have you make an intelligence saving throw, Carrick?
That's great. I do have the medallion thing. I don't know
You
if that.
do. You do. So yeah. So this doesn't work. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. You're good.
Keep him where he is.
All right. That ends the mind player's turn. Ugarth, you're up now.
Ugarth. Will oh man, it almost get up to him.
Or the
Schmifty. Poo. I'll just I don't want to try to go for it. 40, 45, 50. Yeah, let's do that. As far as I can get and still have an action with which to attack.
Okay.
So I will fire a crossbow or a short bow.
Okay. Go for it.
Shmajigi. That is a 9 to hit.
That misses.
Is he not blessed from Aurelia?
He was not blessed by Morgana. Sorry.
Or Aurelia?
Well, so I really did not end up
She did.
casting
Oh,
bless
she didn't do it.
Yeah.
she did something else.
Okay. I didn't catch that.
She was going to, but didn't have range.
because basically she could only choose to bless either Morgana or Ugarth.
Okay.
Okay, so you pull out your short bow. He's staying right there in front of you, and Ugarth sort of aims and sort of lets it fly. The mind flayer sort of matrix away, and this arrow sort of like Sort of skims over him. He sort of looks up. Then it's Ugor's turn.
10's my turn.
All right. It's now Aurelia's turn. Aurelia will go forward.
Forward
5,
march.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I believe that's 30 feet of movement. Then she is 5, 10, 20. She's too far away. All right, so she will hit the one that on sort of the upper left of Girthing with magic missile. First level magic missile. That is 7 points of damage to that one. And it's he's sort of like, you see his eyes sort of go dark for a second as he's sort of struck by these magic missiles. And they come across around, sort of pummel him. He's almost down, but he's not down yet. That ends her turn. Now it is Morgana's turn. Morgana will go. Morgana will shoot. Shh. How are you looking, Girthing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm great.
All right.
He's
She will go
loving
forward.
Just a little tickle.
5,
Nothing.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she will make a longbow attack at the one that's sort of between her and Carrick. That misses. And so that ends her turn. Girthing, you're up now.
All right. I guess nobody's actually said that these guys were mind controlled. Can I make like a? I guess do I notice that they're mind controlled as well?
Make an insight check.
Or is that perception insight? That's going to be a no for me. It's a 4.
They're attacking you, and they seem very hostile and very intent on attacking you.
All right. I'm going to yell back. I'm a little busy right now.
All right.
Reasonable.
That's fair.
I'm gonna hit the guy that's pretty. I might try to break away, but I'm gonna at least hit the guy in front of me that's pretty.
All right. The guy on the upper left. Yep.
Yeah, to see if I can like get it. Which one's the mind flayer?
Up one more. Not that guy. That guy. Yeah, guy. Yeah, because Ugarth is the one that you just sort of hovered over. So, 1 second.
That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Oh,
So-
I rolled low though.
This is Ugarth. This is the Mind Flayer.
That's 8 points of damage.
Okay, that finishes him off.
All right, and then
You sort of
doing
strike
my
this
opportunity-
Durgar, and he sort of collapses on the stone floor.
I would like to move 40 feet then.
Okay,
up
yeah, go for
to
it.
There, I believe. Yep. And I get 2 opportunity attacks, I imagine.
Yes, you get 2 opportunity attacks.
Or me, yeah, not me.
Yeah.
I left their area, so I swung at them again.
I think you're right up. I think
do
you
have
just
track.
entered the.
So one is a 25 and the other is a 15.
All right, so the 25 hits, the other one's not.
Okay, all right. That is 8 points of piercing damage as you flee.
Okay,
Down the floor.
71. And I will spend my second action or second attack of my action on the mind flayer.
Go for him.
Nice.
That's a 28 to hit.
That hits.
The natural 20 when I add my 16 and 4 together. My dice. That's 9 points of slashing.
Okay. Great. So you sort of slash into this mind flayer. He sort of reels back in pain. He looks hurt. Yeah, you guys are definitely hurting him.
I have nothing for it.
4 arms not today.
No, it's 5 feet.
Oh, it's 5 feet.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Now it is Durgar's turn. The Durgar are going to go.
Yeah, because I'm not like reaching. I'm swinging.
Yeah, it's not.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh, gosh, Carrot.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10. All right. So we're going to have 2 attacks at advantage against you, Carrick.
Good.
Gary.
So this is the first one against Carrick. Oh, that's cocked. That's a 15 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Second one against you, Carrick. That is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
All right. That is 7 points of piercing damage.
7.
All right. Now, first attack against Angvor with advantage.
Warding flare.
Warning flare, so just normal. That is a 10.
That misses.
All right. Second attack against Angvor. That is a 19.
That hits.
Okay.
I'm not as squishy anymore.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
That ends Zeldirgar. That's Zeldirgar. I don't think so. I think I missed one. Yeah.
The one north of Girthing.
5,
move.
10. Yeah, this is the one. So he's gonna make an attack against you, Girthing.
Great.
That is a 15 to hit.
That misses.
All right. And then okay. So then the bottom one. Okay. Yep. Yep. That's all of them. All right. That ends their turn. Carrick, you're up now.
I shall move here.
Okay. So you're gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity.
I shall.
All right. First attack of opportunity is a 19.
That hits.
All right. That is 6 points of damage.
6 points.
And the second attack is a natural 20.
Oh, good.
That is 12 points of damage, I believe.
12 points. Fabulous.
Yes, 12 points. Yeah.
And then I will make an attack
All right, go for it.
against this meanie. Hey, that's a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Getting into the good stuff. Okay. A D4 and another D4. It's something better than some ones. So it's one of those ones. That's gonna be 10, 13 plus 4, 17 points of bludgeoning damage
Nice.
and 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
And I will move him 5 feet between me and Girthing.
All right. So you wail on this creature's head and sort of cracks down. And there's sort of this purplish blood sort of matting down into his sort of his tentacled face, and sort of you pull him towards between you and Girthing.
And a second swing straight to the sternum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I don't think you are, but Girthing and the Carrick and the
19 to hit.
19 hits.
yeah.
Yeah, that's better. That's going to be 10, 14, 18 points of bludgeoning damage and
All
2
right.
points of fire damage.
Okay, that does it.
Just straight into the sternum,
So you-
slam him into the ground.
Yes, you knock him over with and then just pile drive him with your maul. You sort of bring it down. And you sort of crush his sternum. And you sort of see the light go out of his eyes, and you see,
He just starts to sizzle right where
Right.
the maul is as
sort of
the
this
head heats up.
this
But
burning
it's
sort of
all
center.
silent. This is all silent.
Yeah. So it's just like, so it's like one of those scenes in the movie where it's like it's like you're in space, and so there's like this eerie silence over the battle as you see these violent actions happening. There should be noise, but it doesn't quite resonate as Carrick sort of just bashes and batters this mind flayer and eventually kills him.
And they're like it's like kind of like slows up and then like speeds up when it hits.
And it's your turn, Carrick.
It does. I suppose. Does I don't suppose I see any immediate difference in the Duragar.
Not right, not yet.
Well, cool. I'll just. I can't save my bonus action.
No, you can't. You can't say a bonus
No.
action.
So yeah, that's Well, I'll second wind
Okay.
because I'm getting a little ouchy.
Okay. Ouchie.
Second wind. That's the one.
Now it is the sort of the Duragar spellcaster's turn, and he will turn and run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet away. Then it's his turn. Angvor, it is now your turn.
I will look into the eyes of these Duragar and try and discern if they are seem to be back to normal again.
All right, make an insight check.
Is a 14.
14. All right. So you know that the two near you do seem to sort of be their eyes being to clear up a little bit. They're sort of blinking a little bit. They might be back to normal.
Halt, guys! It seems like this has changed. They seem to be coming around,
All right.
and I'll speak to them too, and just be like, guys, we mean you no harm. You were under the influence of the mind flayer.
Okay.
We're here
All right.
to help.
Wilfred, it is now your turn.
I see you're finally awake. I will just hold my action
Mhm.
for a sacred flame in case they are still aggressive.
Okay.
And I will act, or I will just like wait to see.
Okay. All right. So as you hold a sacred flame, what are you holding it? You're holding it against a particular Duragar?
Um,
One in range is aggressive.
it's just gonna be if any one of them is still like attacking, I will
Okay.
target that person, but only within 60 feet of me, so the two beside Aingbor.
All right. Got it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as another mind flayer emerges. And it's his turn. No, actually, he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get there. All right. It's now Ugarth's turn. What is Ugarth doing?
Oh, sorry.
My flyer.
A mind flayer. Do all. Yeah. He will yeah, just move up 25 feet.
Mhm.
And do I get to bonus action with my short bow? Or is that
Yes, you can.
is that a specific subclass?
I believe you can bonus action, but I need to.
Rogues get cunning action, which is a bonus action they can dash.
Okay, maybe not with the short bow.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will hold my short bow
All right.
in case someone such as a friend of mine who may be a dragonborn behind me perchance becomes in melee range with this mind flayer.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. It's now Aurelia's turn. Aurelia will go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She will use her bonus action to shove the top Duragar away from Angvor. I believe that is a strength saving throw, which she succeeds. Then she will use her action to cast. Actually, she'll do Ray of Frost at the Mind Flayer. Oh, it's just out of range. All right. She'll hit the bottom Duragar. That is an 18 or it's 20. Sorry, that hits 2d8. That's not d8. So that's 8 points of frost damage to the Duragar that is just below Angvor. All right, now it's Morgana's turn. Morgana will do a guiding bolt at first level against the Mind Flayer. That is a natural 1, so that does not hit. Now we're to Gurthing's turn. Gurthing, what are you doing?
I see the mind flare run up. 10, 15, 20. I'll get in range of them, I guess.
All right.
Yes. They're 25 feet.
Mhm.
And then I'll attack recklessly.
Sounds good.
All the bonuses. The 26 to hit on the first one.
That hits.
That's 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack. It is 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 10 points of slashing.
All right.
And then I'll come around and bring my blade.
Full arm?
up,
Nice.
Forward, and that's another 24 to hit.
That also hits. Yeah.
And then my D4. That's 9 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. So you did a total of 26 points of damage, or sorry, 36 points of damage on that round. So you just come in and you sort of slash the mind flayer once. You sort of rip open his sort of cephalopod like body. You sort of swing again. There's another massive rent, and then you smash him in the face with sort of the blunt end of your glaive, and you sort of his sort of like face is sort of mangled and mashed now as you attack him. Then it's your turn.
Right. Yep, and I reckless, so
Right, so
attack's at advantage.
Everyone has advantage. All right. So
And I rolled 15 with the short bow.
yep. That's 15 miss. No, 15 hits. I'm sorry, 15 hits.
Fabulous. 1d6 plus 4 plus 4d6. All the d6s.
You didn't attack earlier.
That's 10, 14, 16, 17, 21 points of piercing damage.
Dang. So you pull up. So as Girthing moves in, he mashes. All of a sudden, this arrow sort of arcs over, sort of strikes the mind flayer one of his eyes. He sort of staggers about, and now this mind flayer went from full health to now looking very hurt. He's sort of mangled and looking around. Now it's Durgar's turn. This Durgar is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 45, 50. Away from you, this third guard is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 feet away from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 feet away from you. But these ones are still going to continue attacking. So 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 25. I'll say, yeah, that's their movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So I'll make it so that way one of them has advantage and one of them doesn't have advantage attacking you, Carrick.
Okay.
So one with advantage, that is a 16 to hit.
That misses.
All right. And then one without advantage, that is a 10 to hit.
That misses.
All right. And then this one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to attack Aurelia.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. All right.
Dexterity saving.
Oh, dexterity saving throw. Okay. All right. He rolled I believe a 2.
So that would fail, and that is 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Let me just double check that. I'm sure it's a failure. Yeah, it's a 2. So how many points?
7 points of radiance.
Okay. All right. As he sort of moves forward, he also missed with his attack against Aurelia. That ends the Duragar's turn. Now it's Carrick's turn. Carrick, what are you doing?
I will fire my crossbow at the mind player.
Go for it.
Come on, come on. Oh, that's a D12. That's not a D20. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits. You guys are wrecking this mind player.
Well, that's a good old 3 points of damage.
Well, all right. A relative. All right. So you pull out your crossbow, you fire at him, just strike him once in the chest. It does sort of sink through the breastplate, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You see, he's very, very hurt, but he's not quite dead. I'm not dead yet. Now it is Angvor's turn. Angvor, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand right here and observe my things running, the people running away from me, see another mind flayer come up,
Yep.
bunch of people hitting him, concentrate on the hex that was out there already and move
Yep.
it over to him,
Yep.
and then roll 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Got it.
It is a 21 for the first one,
That hits.
and then a 26 or something for the second one.
All right. That also hits.
$25 points of damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Just want to blow his head off.
All right, so you send 2 Eldritch Blasts. One sort of slams into his head, sort of just splatters it like a cantaloupe or a watermelon. It gets brains all over Girthang. And then the second one skims through, strikes to the same area where the head was, but it's no longer there as you just obliterated him. And he sort of strikes, and he just sort of keels over dead.
Well, that's that there.
All right, I will get him off Dungeon Fog. All right, Wilfred, now it's your turn.
I will round up 6 squares,
Mhm.
6 X's, because it's 30 feet. And I will, since seeing this guy, I will check to see if these guys are still, see if it was this guy that was enthralling them.
Oh yeah, make an insight check.
25.
You can tell that all not only the mind the not only the sorry the mind players, not only the Duragar that are fleeing on the ones sort of on the left side, but also the ones that are surrounding Carrick and the one that's engaged with Aurelia also look like they are sort of laying down their weapons. They're sort of going to run from the fight as well.
I'll just say we are here to turn over the current revolution and undercommon.
All right. All right.
We are not here for you, but we are here to help.
Is now Ugar's turn.
La, 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 la.
Oh, and I guess I'll drop silence.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll just hang out.
All
You
right.
got no one else to shoot.
All right. So I'll say that just for the sake of time, the rest of the Duragar will run off and sort of end. And sort of that'll end this session as sort of the Duragar flee sort of the entranceway. You guys are about to enter the throne room of the Stygian Palace and see what lays behind there. That will end tonight's session.